shift back to, on record, the private bureaucracy with the bank heads meets with the Cypriot leaders in Cyprus, and they tell them this is how it's going to be, 10% out of everybody's bank account to set a new incredible precedent. Even the former head of the Exchequer said this will blow up Europe. But I guess they want to blow it up to then consolidate it again. This is the shock doctrine.
Yes, and what happened was Christine Lagarde, who's head of the IMF, panicked. She said, we're going to have an international bank run if you do that. Why can't you take a few dollars from the bank owners? They're the ones that took all the hot money, blew it away, don't they? And she said, at least make them lose a few percentage points of their stock in these banks. And they said, no. The ECB, the Germans said, no way. Because who is really behind these Cypriot guys? It's the Germans who own the bank stock. So they said, we're not taking a penny loss, guys. We're taking it right out of the account. She said, you can't. And they said, you can't take it out of the accounts of the pensions of working people. And they said, yeah, that's where we're taking it out. She said, make it 30% on the Russians and the rich, the ultra rich. And 2%, nothing on anyone over 100 with a small account. They wouldn't do it, and there's a reason. They want the explosion. When I talked to the former chief economist of the World Bank, Joe Stiglitz, he and I both lectured in economics at London School of Economics, and he said, we called them the IMF riots. They want the riots because if there's a riot, they can then call in the troops, impose martial law, and then name the so-called technocrat from Goldman Sachs or JP Morgan who will run the country. He says the riot is written into the plan. I want to repeat that phrase. The riot is written into the plan.
And that's your article that's in my book from 2002. You've been breaking it down before that. I mean, this is part of their plan. This all got leaked. They do the same plan over and over again.
I showed the documents to Stiglitz. But I want to make it very clear. He never gave me the confidential documents. He only verified them. I said, my God, it looks like they are actually saying, we want a riot so you can move in and impose these regimes. He said, that's exactly right. That it's part of the deal. It's the IMF riot. It's written right into the plan, the riot. And so then then the repression follows the riot.
And so here's my question.
And
then the stocks go down. They can buy everything up. Everything falls apart for 6 months. Then they come in and pose as the saviors, bringing in total austerity.